This is TV Crazy Man, making Crazy Cooter sound sane. I found some more super fun goofs from the Dukes of Hazzard's 5th season with Double the Dukes. This is the season that started with Coy and Vance, the replacement Dukes, and ended up with Bo and Luke returning. Now, a lot of folks tend to look down on Coy and Vance, I guess, but you know, I kind of think they actually upped the action a bit on the 5th season to make up for the fact that Bo and Luke weren't in the show. Of course, Rosco was funnier than ever.
That surprised me too.
And Enos had returned from his TV series that didn't do so well. That was a shame. I wish they would put the Enos show on DVD. Anyway. Now, the very first goof everybody wants to talk about is how did Bo and Luke leave Hazzard County to join the NASCAR circuit when they were on parole?
You may not be on probation like your jailbird cousins are, but I tell you, a Duke's a Duke. Yeah.
Now, in the very first episode, the new Dukes have to take on a menace worthy of Knight Rider called the Mean Green Machine. In one scene, this tank-like vehicle, named after my favorite toy a few years earlier, that my sister took over, by the way. Anyways, this green machine plowed through Enos's patrol car and knocked it clear to the side. Now, in the real world, this would have bent the living, well, you know what, out of that police car. But the patrol car seems to have not been hit at all, as Enos and Cletus engage in hot pursuit. I found something a little off at the big final battle between the Dukes and the Green Machine. I noticed that the General Lee is chasing after the Green Machine. They're barreling down the road. Well, Coy and Vance come up with a plan, involving dynamite naturally. The Dukes come up with the idea of jumping over the Green Machine and dropping the dynamite on top of it. Now, the stunt in itself is pretty awesome, but there is a little bit of a continuity problem here. See, I just happened to notice when the General Lee takes off, it's no longer on the road, it's on the dirt. And when it leaps up over the Green Machine, it appears like the Green Machine is not driving down the road anymore. It's completely standing still. So what happened? We went from chasing it down the road to suddenly it's completely still so that the General could easily jump over it and drop the dynamite on top of it. I shouldn't say easily. I mean, like I said before, this is a pretty awesome stunt. I mean, I wouldn't do it. Now, I don't know if it was just my imagination, but it seemed like in this season they were a little bit more careful about the camera angles to sort of prevent some of the indications of damage to the General Lee. But they were still there from time to time. Of course, we all know that the General Lee could heal itself. Like this episode where the General Lee actually healed itself as it went around the corner. That fast. See what I mean? Now, in the intro to the series this year, it shows the Green Machine General Lee leap, causing damage to the car, but then it's okay in the scene in the actual episode, which is probably just more proof the General can indeed heal itself rather quickly. Like in this scene, Rosco may be pounding the General Lee to smithereens, but it won't matter because the General will be brand new in just a couple of seconds. You watch. Except now he's mad. In the episode Vance's Lady, Rosco has a pretty close call. Well, closer than usual.
What a horrendous crash. Good.
This car accident was so close it chopped the top of Rosco's hat off. Now, how did Rosco get the top of his hat cut like that when he was ducked down the whole time? This next goof comes from a funny Rosco and Enos scene in the episode A Little Game of Pool. As Rosco and Enos drive through the fence, check out the distance between the two cars. Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd think those two cars got a lot closer together, wouldn't you? Now, Rosco and Enos don't know yet, but they have disturbed the home of a big old bull. Say, is this some kind of magic bull? How did he get between those two cars? Remember how close they were together? You know, I kind of have a feeling like Rosco and Enos used stunt doubles for this particular scene. What do you think?
Move over, you're slowing me down. Oh, yeah? Yeah.
In the episode Coy vs. Vance, Coy is riding a motorcycle next to the General Lee. Now check out his front wheel, as it doesn't appear to be spinning at all. And yet, he is still keeping up with the General Lee. You know, in all the TV shows I've watched that had goofs, it seems like sometimes the best episodes are the ones with the most goofs. In this same episode, we had this amazing stunt. Now, in the episode Welcome Back, Bo and Luke, It was the final episode of Christopher Mayer and Byron Cherry as Vance and Coy in the series. In all, they appeared in 19 episodes and 13 episodes of the cartoon version of the Dukes on Saturday morning. Now, as glad as I was back then to see Bo and Luke return, I have to say the biggest goof of all is how the show treated Vance and Coy. They left early in the return episode of Bo and Luke and were never seen again. They never even appeared on the reunion movies. I don't know if they were ever asked or not, of course, but you have to wonder. What a missed opportunity to have a major Dukes team up. To beat all, Coy and Vance were kicked off the cartoon series as well and replaced by, of course, Bo and Luke, Schneider and Wopat. Now, Coy and Vance had the deck stacked against them, and I just think it would have been a decent thing to have given them a bit more of a send-off and a couple of return episodes, or at least let them keep the cartoon series since they started it. And this next scoop from the episode Daisy's Shotgun Wedding involves a hilarious fight scene between Bo Duke and future Night Court star Richard Mall, aka Bull. Mall's character, named Milo, and his family are trying to force Daisy to marry him, which leads the Duke boys, of course, to come in for a rescue from the air using hang gliders. Notice there's no sign of anybody around other than the family, the preacher, and the Duke boys. Well, Luke has his hands full while Bo is fighting Milo.
Luke!
Eventually, Luke does come to help him out. Did you happen to see the ghosts that apparently were watching? Keep your eyes to the right. I've slowed it down just a bit. Now, when I first saw these people, I about had a heart attack. There's probably a logical explanation as to who these people are or what they're doing, besides being ghosts. It's just that I guess I have a vivid imagination. Hey, if you haven't seen it yet, check out my other Dukes of Hazzard Goofs video that features earlier mistakes from the series. And what's your hurry? Stay a while and check out my channel for all kinds of classic TV stuff, especially fun TV superhero shows from back when television was fun. If you like cartoons, check out my other family-friendly animated channel, Frady Cat Cartoons. On one of my latest videos, my cartoon cat Claw takes a visit to the Ark Encounter in Kentucky. If you've ever thought about visiting there, you might be interested in that one. Well, thanks for watching. Please comment. Let me know what you thought or what you'd like to see in the future. Please hit the like so YouTube will show this video to more people. Subscribe if you haven't, and have a great day.